Today on the podcast, we are going to be looking at whether it is right to buy followers on social media, whether that can help you to boost your sales, when we should buy followers, if we should buy followers. We're going to be looking at all those things today to see if that can help you grow your business. Because if you're buying a follower just for vanity's sake, you just want, let people say you have 15 million followers, you're just wasting your time. So if we are going to be buying followers, whether it is a good idea, it is something that we should do because we have a definite, concrete business goal or strategy that we're working towards. It's not about looking pretty. So hello and welcome. My name is Tabishima Ayede. I'm the host of the podcast, making today's recording at home. As usual, there's going to be some noise in the background. Now, the goal of this podcast is solving business problems. I'm not usually teaching people how to buy followers, but we're going to tackle that today. So if this is your jam, then subscribe on Spotify, YouTube, Apple, or any player of your choice. And if you'd love to connect, you can call, send me a text message or a WhatsApp message on 080-6466-2140. Now, to the question, to the cocoa of the day. Should we be buying followers? For some of you who've been listening to this podcast since Tete, you say, Tabishima, you've answered this question before. And yes, you're correct, I have. But the thing is, we have over 1,200 episodes so far and counting, because today's one we still add to the number. There's no way for everybody to consume every single thing that I have put out so far. And there'll always be people who will be asking some kind of questions. So there's some topics that I have to keep bringing up every now and again because I think this topic is settled. But then somebody will ask a question. I'll be like, so people are still asking. So in 2025, my brothers and sisters, people are still asking about buying followers. So there's one of my clients now that we're discussing and we're about to run some campaigns. And so the guy has some problems. And this is the problem. Or rather, this is how I diagnose the problem. There are some people who want to run advertisements to your Instagram handle, but unfortunately, Nigeria, we're social media people. So people rate your social media. They rank your social media before they do business with you. So if your social media is not on point, if it's not properly optimized, if it doesn't look like you're alive and healthy and you're doing well in business, it affects. Let me give an example. There was one time that my wife and I needed to buy something. I can't remember what it was, but it was children's related. And so she opened one handle and I was like, perfect, let's buy from these guys. And my wife said, no. I said, why? She said, because they're no longer in business. I said, how do you know that? She said, the last post was last year, 4 months ago. Now, in my own head, as a business owner, I know that because the guy hasn't posted for 4 months, it doesn't mean he's out of business. Because life happens. Maybe business has been good, orders have been, going on. Maybe the guy had to travel, or maybe Momsi was sick, or, God forbid, but, these things happen. Or, it can be any number of things why somebody doesn't post for 4 months. But the thing is, from a customer's point of view, and the thing is, apart from my wife, I've seen another person do this before. And go with these people, say, no, that the person's out of business, or why the person hasn't posted in 6 months. So, unfortunately, that's just how Nigeria people are. We look at these kind of things. People rate you. You say, you haven't posted in 3 months, it's a problem. Or, I won't try this guy because the Instagram is just new. Or they've been posting, but they haven't posted plenty. I mean, you never can tell. So it's usually a bad idea to run an advertisement and the advertisement takes people back to your Instagram handle, but then you've not been posting frequently, you've not posted recently, or you've not been posting good quality stuff. So usually it's a problem. So there's some people that they're about to run advertisement and I say, let me see your handle. By the time we open it, I say, not now. Let's calm down first. Before we send people to this Instagram handle, we suppose, tweak one or two things. We suppose correct one or two things. So that when people come and they see, they will say, hey. Because there's no point in spending money, sending people to your Instagram handle, only for them to just bounce off immediately. That's a waste of money. So for those of you who are in the SEO space, I think that's what people call, is it bounce off rate? I'll be something like that. When people come to your website and then immediately they see it, they don't click anything, they just disappear. I think that's called the bounce off rate. So the whole idea is that it's not a good idea for 100 people to open your website and then next thing, 80 of them just go away. They didn't do anything at all. That's bad. But then, if 20 people come to your website, 15 of them click around, 10 of them click on About Us, then from the 10 that click on About Us, maybe 5 actually send you message. That is the kind of thing we're looking for. Somebody should land on the website. Somebody should land on the Instagram. Somebody should land on the whatever, and they should take another step. So there's a way that we suppose optimize all these online assets to make it look nice, make it look sweet before we do that. So that was the problem. The guy wants to run advertisement. I say, ideally, this advertisement thing, if it makes sense, especially since we know who the ICP is, that's the ideal customer profile or our target audience. We can just run this thing and target them straight and then bring them back to us. But I say we're supposed to fix one or two things. I was like, you're new in the business. Other people, they don't date for a while. They don't establish, they don't get a reputation. But you're brand new, and it shows that what you have here is brand new. The number of posts that you have, because it's posts are how much, So I said we need to cure that. So I said, what, advertisement, let's do it some other time. Let's do some other time. Guys, no problem. But then, as we're talking and laughing about it now, he said, what, I know you won't like this, but let me just throw it hypothetical. I said, hypothetical, no problem now. Make we the hypotheticate. Let's be coming up with ideas. He said, how far? What if I buy followers? I said, wrong move. No, we don't buy followers. And he said, I know we don't buy followers, but explain to me, why don't we buy followers? Now, there could be lots of reasons, but these are the two main reasons why I tell people, no, don't buy followers. Number one, there used to be an old saying back then, I can't remember what they call it, whether it's something factory, bot factory, a follower factory or something. Anyway, but in those days, maybe like 10 years ago, if you paid for followers, what will happen is they will get the contact details of people who actually exist in other parts of the world, Ukraine, Poland, India, Ghana, Nigeria, wherever. But these people are real. And then they get all these people, whether it is really existing people or whether it is bots or whether it is whatever or fake handle, all of them will just follow you. And then in the beginning, it looks as if everything is good because somebody will open your Instagram profile, they will see 15 million followers. They will say, this thing looks healthy. This guy's profile looks robust. Or this babe's profile looks robust. But this is the problem. And listen carefully. You can never get business from paid followers. Never. Because the people who do business with you are people who have a want or a need that your product or your service provides. They are interested. Something has happened that has given a sense of urgency, and then they can afford it. And then they will go ahead and say, are you available? Are you free? How much? How soon can you come? Can you send me 5 to Lagos? Can you send me 12 to Abuja? How much is delivery charge to Sokoto? All those questions. You will never have those conversations with paid followers. Never. Because by definition, these are people who don't give an F about you. There's just somebody in Nigeria, in Ghana, in Poland, in India, in Afghanistan. By the way, some of these things also exist in America. So you Americans, you also, as in all of us, we all join. We can't, nobody only pass. People, there are paid followers that also exist in America. That's the Americans that have tried to scam me. So everybody, we're in this together. All have sinned and are falling short of the glory of God. We all have sinned. So there's no country in particular. So by definition, those people that are not interested, their own is, you say, I should follow this person. Okay. You pay me. Okay. How much are you paying me? Okay. I followed. Give me my money. That's all. Person is not interested. You will never get business from those people. So you go and pay for 15 million followers. Forget. You are not getting business from those people at all. Zero. Because there was no organic reason. There was no underlying reason. No fundamental reason for why these people followed you in the first place. None. So that's why I say we don't buy followers just for vanity metric. The whole point of having 15 million followers is we hope that over time, 2%, 3%, 5%, 10%, 20% of those 15 million people will send me a DM to say, oh boy, how far? Are you free? Can you deliver to Sokoto? I'm in Poland. Can you deliver to Poland? Or I'm in America. Can you deliver to America? Then you now start calculating in your head, correct. This guy will pay in hard currency. Have I set up my GTB dumb account so that I can collect money in dollars. That is the kind of conversation we want to have when you open your Instagram and you see that you have 15 million followers. That's what we're hoping for. So don't be buying followers for vanity's sake. 15 million followers for 15 million followers sake, equals to zero. So there's no point. That's the reason number one why we don't buy followers. And that's why I'm making today's podcast episode, in case there are some of you that are still thinking of buying followers. Don't. I beg, don't waste your money. Instead of wasting your money, just reach out to me, ask me for my account, and then send me that money. Just bless my life, because at least if you send the money to me, you're doing some good in the world. You help my situation. Going to go and buy 15 million followers on your Instagram is not going to do anybody good at all. And those people that you're sending the money to in Poland or Afghanistan or in America or in Russia or wherever, those people that are criminals, they don't need your money. So if you have money to waste, call your boy. I give my phone number at the beginning and at the end of every episode. Say, my brother, I see your ministry. I want to bless you. I am sending you a good 500k now. Let me know when you have received credit alert, and I'll pray for you. If you send me like 1.5M, I'll pray for you and your family. So instead of wasting money and buying followers, just send it to me instead. I'll give you my account details if you want to. So we don't buy followers for that reason. Number two, another reason why we don't buy followers is because it hurts our algorithmic reach. I repeat, it hurts our algorithmic reach, because social media is governed by algorithms. Algorithms are just tiny little robots that exist in cyberspace that go around checking, is this content good? Is this content good? This one is good. Let me show it to somebody. This one is not bad. Let me prioritize it. Now, one of the ways that algorithms decide which content to promote and what not to promote is they see the way that people are engaging with organically. That is the reason why if Kanye West and Kim Kardashian decide to reconcile, and maybe Kim Kardashian is pregnant with triplets, if my wife sees that kind of thing, she will send it to me, because Kanye West, now my guy, me and Kanye West were like 5 and 6. I don't know the dude, but based on when I was born and the way Kanye West was on the come up back then, with Rockefeller and everything, like I feel the guy, so he's my fellow. So my wife will see it and send it to me. I'll say, Kanye West, Kim, they don't reconcile. And then I will send that thing to my brother. My brother will see it and say, is it true? I've been a gossip. My brother will send it to somebody. Now, as people are sending, the algorithms will say, people are feeding this Kanye West thing. Let me start to promote this Kanye West thing to more and more and more people. That is how things begin to trend. Because the algorithm will see that, somebody clicked on this, somebody sent this, somebody shared on this. Then, of course, people will be commenting. People will say, Kim, no, Kanye is the devil, don't reconcile. Another person will comment and say, hey, she don't chop belly, it don't happen. Another person will come and say, Kanye West, you didn't learn the first time that all your problems started when you married into this family. You didn't learn. You want to die again. Another person will comment and say, you haven't seen that in this family, any man that marries into this family, they never succeed. Once you marry into this family, is your career downfall, is suicide. So the algorithms are seeing, people are commenting, sharing, as in they para up and down, all this kind of stuff. Then the algorithm will say, okay, this thing is valuable. They will now be sharing it to other people. Now, when you buy followers, even if you buy 15 million, 20 million followers, these people will never comment on the stuff you do. Facts. They will never comment. Never. The algorithm will be watching, and then they will see that every single time this guy posts, even though this guy has 15 million followers, every single time he posts, only 2 people will comment. The algorithm will say, it means this content is not good. Every single time this guy posts, deprioritize this post. The Kanye West post, we will prioritize that one because folks, they engage. This one, nobody is engaging. Deprioritize that thing. You are killing your algorithmic reach every single time you buy followers. Please do not. This year in 2025, if you're listening in 2035 and the business landscape has changed, then okay, go ahead and buy your followers. But please, in 2025, I beg, even if you're listening to this thing in 2026, I don't think things would have changed that much. Do not buy followers. I beg. There might be other reasons, But for these two in particular, do not buy followers, because number one, you never get business from any of those paid followers. If you happen to be somebody, you paid for 15 million followers, and it turned out, luckily, that some of them did business with you, please, I give my phone number at the beginning and at the end of every episode. Reach out to me, tell me, let me come and share your experience so that we can learn how to buy followers. Maybe you'll be able to tell us how to buy followers the right way. In fact, that's how we'll title that episode, Buy Followers the Right Way. So you show us the way how to buy followers. But until then, you can't make money from buying followers. And then number two, the content you're even posting, you will kill your reach algorithmically. So please, and please, me and this my guy, my client, we were freestyling, hypothetically. You just come up with ideas. It's okay, hypothetically. But for this one, I had to shut it down. That this is not even a hypo something. The way you use hypo to kill disease and to kill germs and to bleach out impurities, that's the same way we should use hypo and kill this hypothetically thing. Just hypo this idea, just kill it, bleach it, wash it, rinse it, disinfect it, flush it, get rid of that idea. As of today in 2025, there's no business case for buying bots. However, for how will I put it, unethical actors in the online space, people who like to fudge, like when it comes to election campaigns and things like that. You're trying to make your political opponent look good, or you're trying to make your case look better than it is, so buying bot activity and buying stuff like that. When it comes to all those kinds of activities, and that one is the nature of the business, go ahead and be buying, because you know what it is that you're doing. But for those of us who are legitimate business people, there's no case that you can make for buying bots in 2025 or in 2026 or in 2027. Maybe in 2035, maybe there might be a case, but today there's none. So let me bring today's episode to a close. So that's all for today. Remember, if you'd love to connect, if you've been buying followers and you want to tell me how, I'd love to learn. So send a text message or a WhatsApp message on 080-6466-2140. Thank you very much for your time and attention. I'll catch you next time, same place, in your headphones or in your speakers, or wherever you blast this podcast. And by the way, if you're finding value from this thing, I beg, share the love. Tell other people about it so that your boy will blow as well. Because if you guys make me desperate, I might wake up one day and say, you know what, myself, let me begin to buy follower. So don't allow me to fall into temptation. Share the show. I'll catch you guys next time.